Senate Democrats are under pressure to block President Trump's latest cabinet nominees, CIA Chief Mike Pompeo to be the next Secretary of State, and CIA vet Gina Haspel to lead that agency. The pressure is coming from left-wing activists, the exact people we need to decide who's in charge of national security. I joke, asking a lefty for suggestions on national security is like asking a conservative for tips on vegan restaurants. It's not our wheelhouse. But first, I don't blame them. This is what ideologues do when they're out of power. You play defense. Sure, it's petty to block nominations, but when it's all you got, it's all you got. Republicans have done it too, but this is different. This is national security. When Republicans block, they usually have stronger alternatives to fill those spots, not wimpier ones. If the right hates your choices for national security, it's because they know national security. So we got to ask, what is your alternative, oh concerned activist, that won't please our enemies? Chelsea Manning to head the CIA? Bill Ayers for Secretary of State? I exaggerate because it's fun. But whatever a left-winger suggests will always be toothless, for national security makes them wince. When you believe that enhanced interrogation is really mean to bad people who aren't really bad at all because they're just victims of America's oppressive foreign policy, you should probably go away and let the adults handle this. It's a fact. Dana, national security, that's a Republican domain. Democrats should just sit it out.
Sit it out.
Sit it out.
Sit it out,
Go
Juan.
call us when it's done.
Except for we need their votes.
Yeah, it's true. But they can just mail in the votes. That's what I do.
You're absentee?
Absentee. It's like, we like how Republicans are terrible with big government. They're terrible with foreign policy.
Yeah. Well, bad with big government. As soon as they are passing a bill today, they're going to spend $1 trillion on omnibus. But
times have changed.
For Gina Haspel, this is going to be a tough confirmation.
Yes. Yeah.
And there were no war crimes.
Nope.
There was nothing illegal. And how do we know that? Because if there had been, I guarantee you that former Attorney General Eric Holder would have prosecuted her and others. 3 attorneys general have looked at this. They have not taken any action. And so the problem is, Greg, there is no logic or reasoning with people on this issue.
Yes.
So the president chose to have a fight on this confirmation. He could have gone with somebody that didn't require spending a lot of political capital and all the pain and agony it's going to take to get her confirmed. But in a way, I wonder if the president is thinking that he wants this fight for the point that you made about national security.
Yeah. Kimberly.
Yes.
Blocking nominations, that's what you do when you're out of power, right? It's like, that's all, you don't have much else to do, right?
Yeah, that's just like totally lame. That's like a Bush League move. Not President Bush, but Bush League. You know what? If I were Gina Haspel, I would ensure that I would get nominated and that they would approve me. Because I would sit there and face all those men on that thing and say, you know what? Waterboard me.
Yeah.
Waterboard me.
Oh.
I'll show you. It's not so bad, and literally just like she stands by her record, what she's done. She's incredibly capable. She's very tough. She's smart. And, she's authentic. She's very genuine. She's not a hypocrite. We're lucky to have her. I think it's fantastic. And I don't know what the Democrats are going to really have to gain by trying to block a woman and fight these battles out. They've got midterm elections coming up. Some of the projections are not looking good for your team, Juan, whatsoever. And,
midterm elections?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Absolutely.
Also,
the Republicans might pick up about 3 seats. You wait and see, Juan. You're going to be crying in your soup the morning after.
And he does like soup. Juan,
salty.
How do you feel about being, connected to such a sexist party that would reject a woman to be the first head of the CIA? I mean, shouldn't you be with her?
Yeah.
I'm with her. Shouldn't Hillary be with her?
Yes. I think you were with her when she was destroying the tapes. Yeah. Or maybe,
So were you with Hillary when
maybe
she
you
was
were
destroying the emails?
Maybe you can be with her. And I think that given the fact that she needs Democratic votes because of Rand Paul, McCain's not there, I think that they're going to have to do something like specifically have her sit there and say, I renounce the use of torture. I understand this is a matter of conscience for us as Americans. This is not who we are as an American people, and we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's torture
what it's
to me.
going to take.
Rand Paul is a great vote counter.
Don't
and he
say
wouldn't
that.
be crushing it and putting down the nomination if he didn't know they were going to get some red state Democrats to go ahead and support her.
No, you could say that about Pompeo. But I don't think you can say that about Haspel, because I think this is a real issue of torture and people left and right who are uncomfortable with it.
Jesse, it wasn't torture, though.
Listening to Juan is torture, but I would still fly through the confirmation process. If the Democrats want a war on women, like, let's go. I mean, this woman is central casting.
Let me get this straight. You're using her gender to defend her?
Where did you get that idea from? Where did that come from?
It's also,
let me get this straight. So if it was
she Native American at all?
If it was a man,
that too.
Let's add it.
In other words, I can start
making the argument we've made on the table for the last 10 years.
Wait, when you're attacking Hillary, you're saying?
No, Juan, I'm playing the own gender card that you've played.
What gender card?
What gender card?
Yeah, what gender
She's
card?
the toughest woman that's ever served.
Who? Is this Hillary?
She was out there overseeing an interrogation black site, and you guys think she's too tough on terrorists. Let's have that fight.
Tough on terrorists?
Let's have it.
How about tough on who we are as Americans? We're not going to torture people?
I don't even know what that means.
Hence the water border stuff.
Let's just go torture people.
All right.
Come on.